Hey, how you doing, family? Addict named Ken. When last we were together, I talked about my story and I shared my experience, strengths, and hope with you, and showed you that there is a new way to live. So, this morning, I'm going to talk about one of the most important things in Narcotics Anonymous. AA, CA, GA. Doesn't matter, okay? Whatever you're addicted to, okay? God can help you, okay? So you need to find a power greater than yourself. Now, how do we do that from being so mixed up, confused, messed up, drug addicted, or, lost? So how do we do that when we've been mixed up so many years, we messed our heads up, okay, filled them full of chemicals, whatever that may be, drugs, alcohol, doesn't matter, okay? An addiction is an addiction, period. We say in Narcotics Anonymous, alcohol is a drug, period. And in Narcotics Anonymous, we don't look at that one specific drug. CA and AA look at that drug as alcohol. They don't consider smoking joints a problem. But that's just switching addictions. Okay? They don't consider pornography a problem. That's just switching addictions. Okay? That's exactly what it is. They don't consider sex a problem. They don't consider this a problem. They don't consider that a problem. Well, let me enlighten you. That's you switching addictions. So, we need to get it right. So, how do we do that? Because we're so lost, mixed up, confused, messed up, and totally... When I came in to Narcotics Anonymous, I was asked very early in my recovery, who was I? I couldn't answer that because I didn't know who Kent was. Okay? Today, I can tell you that I'm a minister, I'm a counselor, I'm a dad, I'm an evangelist. Okay, so I know who I am today, but it has been a long, tough journey sometimes. Hasn't been easy. But how did I cope with having 22 years clean? Did I just reach in to the well of having clean time? I wish. I pray. And I wish it was that easy, that I could take my 22 years. It just about breaks my heart that I can't help those suffering. You see, it breaks my heart when I see an addict in a room, skinny, scrawny, because I know what they run. Okay? It breaks my heart to see somebody in the room cold and shivering when it's summertime and 80 degrees out. I know what they're going through. It very important that we find a power greater than ourselves. So, how do we do that as addicts? Because, let's face it, we're messed up. We do it with steps 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3 will help you find that power greater than yourself. Be it Abba, be it Buddha, be it Muhammad, be it God, be it Jesus, be it the Aphrodite, or Log, or any other God that you can think of. Whatever takes that focus off that addiction is going to keep you clean. That is what's most important and crucial in this life. To be focused on a power greater than ourselves. When I was coming down, it was horrible. And I lived in a living hell. My mind going 50 different directions. 50 thoughts. How I wish. Sometimes 100, 200 thoughts all at once racing in my head. So maddening. Can't keep it straight. We're not meant to be through that kind of stuff ourselves. Because step 1 states, we admitted we were powerless over our addiction and our lives had become unmanageable. Step 2 states that we came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. And finally, in step 3, there's a decision. Step 3 states we made a decision to turn our will and our lives over the care of God as we, not as my pastor, not as the Christian God, as we understand Him. It's not about somebody else's God. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that you can't have the same God as somebody in the rooms. It's important that we have people that understand and are focused on the same God entity that we are. It's important that we have that. It's important that we have that connection. Because far be it for an addict to be alone. It's a bad situation for an addict to be alone. Isolation is the worst place for an addict to be. So, you need to get out of self and into God. That's the first key to understanding how we can come from active addiction to the ability to be a productive member of society. Some, it happens fast. Some, it happens slow. It all depends on the individual. May the Lord bless and keep you. I have all kinds of messages on YouTube. If you want to know more about a God of your understanding, I can help you find that, because I can lead you down that path, because I've gone many paths. I've looked at many gods. Okay, I can help you find one that works. We can't do it alone. We're not meant to do it alone. Every single one of our steps start with we for a reason, because I, in myself, can't keep it straight, and I mess up my life. So remember that. It's not okay to be by yourself. May the Lord bless and keep you until we meet again.